I'm gonna have my favorite ice cream and tell you about my day. I'm gonna eat this pretty quickly because I don't want it to melt. After a long, hot day, this never gets old. It's so refreshing each time. It's the same. So today was cloudy, which is my favorite kind of day because the sun makes it too hot for me to be outside. And besides being too hot, it's also too bright. My eyes are very sensitive to light, and the bright light just makes my eyes hurt, and it also just makes me much more tired faster. So since it was nicer today, I spent more time outside. I walked around the city, and I can't see my friend this weekend because he's busy, but I was able to catch him today. So we hung out and got a drink, and that was nice. I stayed out pretty much all day, and then on my way back home, I was trying to decide whether to go to McDonald's or sukiya, and McDonald's was closer, so I went to McDonald's, and I got a cheeseburger with an egg on it, and surprisingly, the egg was $0. It was still $3 for the whole meal, and it was very good. I've been feeling a bit sad lately because I have to wait so long to start language school here, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. I can't wait 7 months. I don't have the funds to survive that without work. I can't get a job here if I don't have a visa, because I don't have any qualifications, so I can't get sponsored by a company. It makes me wish that when I had came to Japan back in 2023 to visit my friend for the first time, that I had taken Japan seriously and chosen to move and integrate back then. Because if it was 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, pretty much, who knows where I would be right now. I would be somewhere good. I would be at least semi-fluent in Japanese, probably fluent enough to get a decent job. I would have a nice place to live. I would be a civilian of Japan, for the lack of a better word, rather than an outsider. And therefore, the lesson for today is, if you see something that you like, chase it and grab it and get it. You should just go for what you're drawn to. Because I've always been interested in Japan, and then when I went to actually visit in 2023, I loved it. But because I was younger and I didn't have enough experience, I just didn't take my desires seriously, and I told myself that I wasn't ready yet. And because of that, here I am, wishing that I had the ability to stay here, and I don't have a job, I don't have a visa, I don't have any capital to stay here, and I don't really have any prospects. So the years that led up to this, there was not much of anything that changed that made me a quote-unquote better person or better fit for Japan. I should have just taken action, followed my desire, and moved here and tried things. You should just try something, no matter how small it is or how large it is. If you're young, and it doesn't even matter how old you are, if there's something that you see that you like, you should chase it, because you only have one life. That's how I feel. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but the way I feel is I just wish that I had taken action and betted on myself earlier, because I would be in a better situation than I am now. And who knows what sort of opportunities would be open for me at this point. I think that when we're young, the best thing for us to do is to experience as many different things as possible so that we get all of the immature and inexperienced thoughts out of our head. Because when we're young, we think we know what we want, and at the same time, we don't know what we want because we don't have enough experience. So what we do think we want usually ends up not being what we end up wanting after we've had more experience. I think we can all look back on things that we thought that we wanted to be or wanted to do when we were younger, and we don't relate to any of that because our younger self was in a headspace that we don't relate to because we've had more experience. When you don't have experience, you can create ideas of what you want, but you don't really know until you have the context of the real world. So we tend to inhibit ourselves from necessary action and choices because we're young and we don't know. But as a rule of thumb, I think that if we try to just take small risk when you see something that you feel like you like or you feel like you want to try, you should just try it. Because through trying a new thing that puts you out of your comfort zone and makes you vulnerable, that is how the brain learns and evolves. And we form new pathways in our brain, and we become wiser and more higher level beings. But that's enough talk for today. I don't want to keep you too long. Even though today was a nice day, it was a lot of walking and my back hurts. So I'm going to take a nice hot shower and go to sleep early, hopefully. I hope you have a good night.